It's payday, fellas!
Hello and welcome to the Count Moolah channel. Hope you're doing well. Today we'll be taking a look at NFTs as an investment, especially in 2022. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, NFTs or non-fungible tokens are the latest fad. Fungible, in this case, referring to the ability of things to be interchangeable or substituted with another of similar or equal value. NFTs, on the other hand, have a uniqueness to them, and thus no single NFT is the same as another. Depending on when you're viewing this video and how often you follow up on the latest trends, especially from your favorite influencers, these are basically one-of-a-kind digital assets or units of data stored on a blockchain. Major brands have also hopped on the bandwagon, with companies seeking to add to their revenue streams, creating GIFs and images that have sold out immediately upon release. According to a CNN article, Christie's auction house sold the first ever NFT artwork, a collage of images by digital artist Beeple, real name Mike Winkelmann, for a whopping $69.3 million, making it quite possibly the third highest price ever paid for a work by a living artist. We also have the case of the first ever tweet being sold for over $2.9 million. With those kinds of figures on the line, you can see how and why people will be interested in owning a piece. After all, the NFT market has reportedly grown to over $40 billion over the years. And unlike the obvious cryptocurrencies that is Bitcoin and Ethereum, the second being the decentralized open source blockchain platform of choice for most trades with its native cryptocurrency referred to as Ether, the NFTs seek to represent ownership of unique digital items and allow one to tokenize things such as collectibles and art pieces, music, photos, and all that. Some of the factors to consider when buying these NFTs, especially to those unfamiliar with the concept or are first-time buyers, is the type of cryptocurrency used to finalize the sale, the digital wallet to keep it in, and the marketplace to buy from. The price of said non-fungible tokens could also influence the purchase. If you are testing out the uncharted waters, buying the relatively inexpensive ones and waiting for the possibility of demand spiking and eventual price increases would be a safe move. Another thing to consider is the gas fee, which is the payment made to compensate for the loads of computing energy used in processing and validating transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. Important to note, to avoid being swindled out of your hard-earned money, it would be paramount for you to do your own research. Which brings us to the question, are NFTs secure? NFTs are minted through smart contracts that assign ownership and oversees the transferability of them. The minting process goes through a few crucial steps. From a high level, a blockchain needs to be created, the information validated, and then having the information recorded into the blockchain. The minted tokens each have a unique identifier directly linked to one Ethereum address. A lot of computing power is necessary to create new blocks in the chain, which are created consistently about every 12 seconds or so, and not just when needed. And this seeks to make Ethereum tamper-proof, something that contributes to the qualities of making NFTs possible. NFTs must always have an owner and a public record to verify this. The identity and ownership of an NFT is verifiable via the blockchain ledger, in this case Ethereum, and are compatible with anything built using it, meaning it can simply be traded on every Ethereum marketplace for an entirely different non-fungible token. Also, you're not limited by the platform and can sell the NFT to any NFT marketplace without the need for middlemen. Can you simply download it? The old right-click and save? Well, once you do so, the downloaded file will not contain the necessary data that makes it part of the blockchain and identifies the file as the original. They are secured by the blockchain and nobody can make changes to the ownership record or copy-paste one into existence. Also, creators of said NFTs may retain ownership rights and claim resale royalties directly, and their public key, which serves as a permanent part of the token's history, demonstrates that the token held was created by a particular individual, whereas the creator's private key acts as a certificate of authenticity and proves ownership of the original. The creator can also determine the scarcity and earn royalties every time the token is sold, guaranteed by the fact that the creator's address is part of the NFT's metadata that can't be modified. And then of course, as mentioned earlier, no two NFTs are the same. So in terms of whether NFTs are safe and secure, the various guidelines of how it operates and becomes created makes it relatively so. NFTs and taxes. It is hard to make any comparisons between cryptocurrencies and the more obvious traditional investments. But question is, should you really be taxed for owning a digital piece of artwork? The answer is a little murky and also is highly dependent on your country. For example, the recent infrastructure bill assented to by US President Joe Biden back in 2021 seeks to make it harder for individuals to hide their digital assets, and as of this recording, the Treasury Department has not specified whether that would include our good friends, the NFTs. That means if a creator sells an NFT, then it is possible for the profits to be considered as a form of income, and thus it will be subjected to the applicable tax rates, usually around 20 to 37%. Since this craze is relatively new, the taxman might have a bit of problems trying to regulate and police such. But hey, we'll see how this goes, probably before the year ends. In conclusion, with all that out of the way, the question remains, should you invest in NFT? Well, yes and no. We'll start with why you would. The NFT space might be here to stay, and early adopters may get rewarded, especially now that talks of the metaverse from major tech giants that seem to hint at a possible use case scenario for the tokens. Learning the tools of the trade early enough can see you make a sizable amount, especially as a creator. So now to why you wouldn't invest in NFT. If you're a staunch environmental conservationist, it would interest you to know that the very system in place that governs the blockchain and helps keep records uses an incredible amount of energy, with Ethereum alone said to use the same energy as the country of Libya. And this may have an impact on climate in the long run. Secondly, the NFT hype could spell doom for those seeking to make a quick buck. Remember the old adage, a fool and his money are soon parted. And frankly, I don't think NFTs hold the keys to financial freedom. Not yet anyway. There's no need to invest blindly and hope for the best. Thorough research and evaluation of all information prior to investing is highly recommended. Also, careful considerations must be put in place, especially regarding which platforms to use. And that is it for this video. Will you be investing in NFTs? Have you already bought some? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you have any video ideas? Post them down there too. Thank you so much for watching. Friendly reminder to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on post notifications too, because why not? Stay safe, stay hydrated, and take care of yourself. Bye.